Hey there, welcome to Fluency Goals. I'm Mandeep. For the past few weeks, our English lessons have been quite focused on learning advanced English phrases and expressions. Today, I bring to you some English collocations that you can use readily to conduct your online meetings. Now, some of us have to work from home and have to conduct online sessions and meetings with our clients, with our bosses, with our colleagues, and those who work from office, even they have to connect with other departments or their clients remotely through the online meeting sessions. These collocations are going to be handy for the ones who are not very fluent in English language, and even the ones who are. It's a good one to check out your English language usage. Now, before we start learning these collocations, we need to understand what collocations are. Collocations are some ready-to-use phrases, the words that go naturally together, and native speakers, they often use them in their English language and they sound very natural and very fluent because of their usage. I urge you to stick to the end of this lesson for a very refreshing quiz that is coming right after this lesson so that you can check your understanding. And before we dive into the lesson, I urge you humbly to subscribe to the channel and do leave your comments. Your comments inspire me to serve you with more valuable content. Now let's begin our learning. Now, when you start a meeting, you begin with a meeting, you welcome your guests, and the phrase that you can use right at the beginning of the meeting in order to set the order is call the meeting to order. So you can say something like, let's call the meeting to order and begin. And then you can start welcoming your guests if you need to, or if you just need to proceed with the agenda of the meeting. You can use the collocation, set the agenda. So, to set the agenda of the meeting means to set a guideline for where you need to take this meeting forward. Now, the first phrase that we learned here, let's call the meeting to order, is a very formal phrase. Sometimes your meetings are not very formal and they have somewhat a casual tone. At that moment, you can also use a casual phrase, kick off the meeting. So you can say, let's kick off the meeting with quick introductions. Now, these phrases were to begin the meeting. Now, once the meeting is set in motion and the discussions continue, there are some phrases that you can use during the discussions. Now, if you want to introduce an idea or you want to put forward a concern, you could simply say, I would like to raise a point about mentioning your concerns. So you could say something like, I would like to raise a point about the marketing solutions. I would like to raise a point about client acquisition. Or when you wish some participants to contribute with some more ideas or skills, you could simply use a phrase, bring to the table. Like, Mr. Smith is a marketing expert and he brings to the table some valuable insights into our marketing strategies. Now, when it is a team discussion and you want to raise some point, you want to add some of your own ideas, you can simply use the phrase, make a suggestion. May I make a suggestion regarding the launch? Don't forget to use the modal verb here, may I, or do you mind if I make a suggestion here? So the use of modal verbs make you sound very polite in your discussions. So use them in plenty. Now, sometimes while you are speaking, you are conducting the meeting, you need to give speaking turn to somebody else. At that moment, you could simply use the phrase, take the floor. So you could say something like, may I request Mr. Smith to take the floor and walk us through the idea. Now, walk us through is another collocation that you can use to talk about elaborating more about the ideas or points of discussion. Could you walk us through the marketing solutions that we just discussed? Now, if you have to go over some points, reiterate some points again in your meeting, you could use the collocation here, run through the details. Run through the details. Let me quickly run through the details for a better understanding. Now, sometimes while discussions in the meeting, you need to postpone some points of discussion for some other session. So, sometimes some points are put forth that are not the agenda of the meeting and that might divert the meeting to something else, and you could discuss these points later. Instead of simply saying let's postpone these points for later discussion, you could use the phrase circle back. We'll circle back to this discussion in the next meeting. And let's say if your meeting is diverting from the agenda that you have set, you could simply use the phrase stay on track. Let's stay on track and focus on the solutions to this problem. Or let's not digress from the main topic and focus on, followed by your points of discussion. You could also use a casual phrase that we have gone off topic. We have gone off topic in discussion. So let's not go off topic and keep our focus on the marketing strategies. Now, the typical of online meetings is that many a times we face networking issues and there are problems in the audio or in the video. There are technical glitches. And that time you need to use certain phrases. Let's say you lose your connection. You can say, sorry, I lost connection for a moment. Could you repeat that? Or could you come again? Or if somebody's audio is breaking and it is not clear, you could say, your audio is cutting out. Your audio is cutting out. Could you repeat that? And of course, the phrases mute yourself, unmute yourself. So when you want to tell somebody to be silent, you could simply request them, could you mute yourself? Or could you unmute yourself? During the meeting etiquette, instead of just simply telling the other person to stop speaking and there is a lot of noise, background noise, you could simply urge them, please make sure you are muted unless speaking. So this will ensure that there is no background noise and everybody is muted unless they are speaking. Now, when we come towards the end of the meeting, we need to reach some agreement. That moment you could use the phrase reach a consensus. Have we reached the consensus on the funds distribution? Or you could ask everybody if they are on the same page. Are we on the same page regarding the final decisions? So on the same page means all are in agreement. Are we all in agreement or are we all on the same page regarding the final decisions? Now, for closing the meeting, coming to the end of the meeting, you could use the collocation wrap up the meeting. Let's wrap up the meeting with a quick recap. And for post-meeting formalities, and if you need to request for the details of the meeting, you could ask post-meeting, please send out the minutes of the meeting by tomorrow or whatever the timeline of sending out the minutes of the meeting is. So that was all about conducting the online sessions, online meetings, all about the collocations that you can use during those meeting sessions. Now let's take a quick quiz as promised to check our understanding. Let's the meeting with a quick recap. Wrap up. Let's wrap up the meeting with a quick recap. Sorry, your audio is. Could you repeat that? Cutting out. Sorry, your audio is cutting out. Could you repeat that? Miss Claire's expertise on client behavior brings. brings valuable insights to the table. Miss Claire's expertise on client behavior brings valuable insights to the table. Could you quickly dash for our guests here? Could you quickly run through the points again for our guests here? We have gone dash here. We have gone a bit off track here. Before I dash and begin, I request all of you to keep yourself unless you are speaking. Before I call the meeting to order and begin, I request all of you to keep yourself muted unless you are speaking. So that was all about today's session. I hope that you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button and do share it with all the people that you feel will benefit from this. I'll see you next time with another lesson. Till then, happy learning.